Sahil, you were saying 6 points. Let's go through each of them one by one that you have put out, or the 6 reasons why you think Eknath Shinde, and I'll read them out and you can explain further. Yes. The BJP's image took a hit in 2019 during Ajit Pawar's coup, particularly that of Devendra Fadnavis. It was seen as a party lusting for power. Now they've chosen Eknath Shinde and thereby sent out the message that perhaps they don't want power, they will stay out of power. BJP did not want to give Uddhav Thackeray the emotional and political benefit as far as the voters are concerned, post the narrative set by Matoshri that BJP had backstabbed them. BJP wants to create an image that they truly support the legacy of Balasaheb by making a Shiv Sainik the CM of the state. In 2024, it will be easier for the BJP to claim that the real Shiv Sena is with them. BJP now gets a chance to push for a government on their own after the 2024 assembly elections, and this will help Shinde and the BJP to keep the rebel camp together for the next 2.5 years. These are excellent analysis that Sahil has done. But Sahil, out of these 6 points, is the larger message coming out that the BJP has decided we want to capture the Sena's political space and virtually marginalize the Thackerays. This is not just about toppling the government, but this is about ending Thackeray Raj in a way in the Shiv Sena.
BJP made twice attempt to get the full majority in Maharashtra. The first, of course, in 2014 when Prime Minister Narendra Modi's wave was rising day by day, and they thought that because they have won 2014 Lok Sabha elections by a huge majority, they will be able to manage it on their own, but they couldn't. They fell short of almost 20 seats at that time. In 2019, along with Shiv Sena, their numbers crashed to 105. Even 20 seats less than what they got in 2014. This gave a realization to the BJP that Shiv Sena, whoever is the leader, is still stronger in Maharashtra. Their cadre is intact. Their vote bank is still intact. To get that vote bank, they have to try harder. Their relationship with Uddhav Thackeray, the Thackeray family, became sour. But at the same time, they wanted the votes of Shiv Sena. Without that, the BJP have realized that they will not be able to win Maharashtra Assembly on their own. To root themselves in Maharashtra, they will have to get over 2 names in Maharashtra. One is Pawar and one is Thackeray. They are working on Thackeray at this point of time. Interestingly, this time it looks like that the BJP planned their moves and anticipated what Uddhav Thackeray or Shiv Sena will do very precisely. They understood that Uddhav Thackeray, the first thing he will do is to make an emotional appeal that how these people have backstabbed Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy. Remember yesterday's Uddhav Thackeray's social media address. He said, be happy. Remember, you are pulling down the government of Balasaheb Thackeray's son, Uddhav Thackeray. Those were his words. Now they have got a chance to say, please understand, we have pulled your government down, but we are making a Shiv Sainik who have been a rickshaw driver in Thane. He has risen to power from being a rickshaw driver, and we are making a Shiv Sainik a chief minister. This will give them a chance to address the cadre of Shiv Sena. Look, we don't want to finish you. We are making you proud of Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy. The main allegation against BJP by the Shiv Sena, that is Uddhav Thackeray and his clan, is that they want to finish off Shiv Sena. This always has benefited Shiv Sena in the past, and this time BJP doesn't want to
create a new Shiv Sena. That this is not the Shiv Sena of the Thackeray, this is the Shiv Sena of the Shiv Sainiks. Now, but when you keep saying Shiv Sainik, does that mean that that effectively we are saying Uddhav Thackeray is not a Shiv Sainik? Uddhav Thackeray is the son of Balasaheb, that's why he became chief minister. Now an auto rickshaw driver's son is becoming chief minister. It's almost the Narendra Modi story. Chaiwala's son becomes the prime minister. Auto rickshaw driver becomes the chief minister. You are playing the common man theory. But is this Sahil only for short-term benefits? First for the BMC elections, which are coming up in 2 to 3 months here in Mumbai, which is the real citadel of the Shiv Sena. Try and defeat the Thackerays or the Thackeray Sena in that election, and then go in possibly for an early election. Do you think an early election is possible or not? Is this a Chandrasekhar-like experiment? A lot of people will be thinking this is a big party supporting a small party eventually to swallow it up. Isn't that the goal, to swallow up the Shiv Sena in the end?
No one should have any doubt in mind that party like BJP would never want Eknath Shinde to rule for years together, the way it is happening in Bihar, that Nitish Kumar is the leader, even if he gets less number of seats. they have to fight elections in alliance and JDU becomes the leader, Nitish Kumar becomes the Chief Minister. They don't want that formula in Maharashtra. So eventually, you are absolutely right, Rajiv. I think BJP's plan is to come to power on their own in the end. Now, what happens to the fraction of Eknath Shinde group, then it's something which they don't have to answer right now. Right now, they have a government in place for 2.5 years. By making Eknath Shinde the Chief Minister, they have put this onus on Eknath Shinde to keep that rebel camp together. Because being a Chief Minister, now he will have no complaints that he doesn't have power, he doesn't have certain things. Now, we'll have to wait and see whether the same formula will be repeated in Maharashtra as well. The way in Bihar, Nitish Kumar became Chief Minister, but there are two Deputy Chief Ministers of BJP in Bihar. The BJP is going slowly on the shoulders of Nitish Kumar, and they have become a larger party over the period of time. Similarly, in Maharashtra, the BJP has become a larger party, but have not yet reached to the point where they can get the power on their own. That is the question which now people will, that is what we have to look for in the future. The BMC elections, please understand, in the BMC elections, Shiv Sena have always made a pitch for emotional appeal. Even if BMC, was part of their rule since last 27 years, every elections, Balasaheb Thackeray used to make a speech on Hindutva and used to get the votes. He used to make a speech on Marathi issue and used to get the votes. And that is how Shiv Sena has rooted itself in Mumbai and of course in Maharashtra. That is what BJP wants to take away. During the BMC elections, we'll see this fight once again. Now that is going to be the litmus test whether the BJP have actually succeeded in taking away Shiv Sena's cadre and the vote bank from Uddhav Thackeray clan.